When I said a yes to him, I thought everything I had ever dreamed about since I was 12 had finally come true. I had loved him forever, our summers racing bikes, whispering secrets under the stars, pretending we knew what the future would hold. I never thought the boy I grew up with would become the man I could trust with my entire heart. And when he proposed, it felt like the universe finally made sense. I floated on cloud 9. My best friend cried with me as I said yes. My parents smiled, and for a moment, I believed that all of this, my love, my life, my happiness, was finally allowed. The wedding was small and perfect. The sun shone bright, reflecting off the lace on my dress. His mom cried quietly behind a tissue, tears streaking her makeup. His dad shook my hand with pride and whispered, "You're the one we've been waiting for." It felt like the world had shrunk just for us. That night, I went to sleep in his arms thinking that nothing, absolutely nothing, could ruin this. 2 months later, I learned how wrong I was. It was a text. I didn't recognize the number, but the message was clear. "Congrats on the wedding. Can't wait for your little family to grow. Wink." Attached was a photo. I opened it. And there she was. His ex smiling. Holding a baby. And the worst part, it was our wedding photo, edited. The two of us at the altar, her holding a baby where I should have been. I stared at it, my heart pounding so hard I thought it might burst. My brain froze, trying to rearrange the pixels and make sense of what I was seeing. I showed it to him immediately. He froze. His face went pale, the kind of pale that makes your stomach drop before your heart does. It's fake," he said, shaking. "Fake?" I whispered. "She sent me our wedding photo, with a baby edited into her arms." He took a deep breath. "She's trying to get to you. She's trying to make you doubt me. Make you think." "Think what?" I cut him off. "That you're still hers? That she's still part of your life?" "I swear." "I never, she's just bitter," he said. I wanted to believe him. I needed to. But the seed of doubt had already been planted. For weeks after that, every notification felt like a threat. Every social media post, every comment, every story I didn't recognize, I studied like evidence in a trial. I caught myself checking his phone, something I had never done before. I overheard him trying to explain the absurdity of her actions to friends, but my heart kept twisting. Why would someone do that? Why would someone care so much about a wedding that wasn't theirs? And worse, could I trust him completely anymore? We argued. We cried. We screamed. We made up. We apologized. But every time I looked at him, I didn't just see the boy I had loved as a child, I saw the man trapped in someone else's storm. And I was trapped there with him. Then came the first face-to-face encounter. She showed up at the cafe we used to love. I saw her before he did. She was wearing sunglasses, smiling like she owned the world. She waved at him. I froze. He whispered, "Let's just go." But I couldn't move. Anger, fear, and disbelief kept me rooted. "Hi," she said, all sweetness and venom. "Congratulations on your wedding. Such a shame. I was hoping we could have had more time." Her words hit me harder than anything physical could. I turned to him, furious. Why is she doing this? He held my hand tightly. "She's obsessed. That's all." I wanted to scream. I wanted to tell her she had no right to even exist in our lives. But I stayed calm. I smiled politely. Walked away. But inside, my heart was breaking. That night, he sat me down. "I'm going to tell you everything," he said. She had sent that photo to multiple people, trying to make it look real. She had hired someone to Photoshop the baby. She had been stalking me online, looking for the perfect opportunity to strike. Why? I asked. "Because she's never accepted that it's over," he said. "But none of it is real. None of it matters." I wanted to believe him. Slowly, I did. That night, I realized something crucial. Love isn't about the absence of doubt or fear. Love is choosing the person every day, even when someone tries to make you question them. And I chose him. After that night, we drew our lines in the sand. No social media interactions. No mutual friends to share her manipulations. No contact with her at all. She could send 100 fake photos or try 1,000 times to shake my trust in him. It wouldn't work. Not anymore. We rebuilt our lives quietly, intentionally. Not the fairy tale wedding we had imagined, but a real marriage, grounded in trust, honesty, and choice. Reclaiming our peace. The first weekend after we made that decision, we went for a drive. No destination. Just us. I remember the wind in my hair and the sunlight hitting his face. I studied him for a long time. The man who had been my childhood crush, the man I had married, and now, the man I had learned to trust through fire. We laughed about how absurd everything had been. The fake baby photo. The obsessive ex. The way she thought she could manipulate reality. I realized that the only thing that mattered was the truth between us. And it was stronger than any lie. A life built on trust. Months passed. Her messages became fewer, then nothing. We never reached out. She couldn't break us because we didn't give her the power. We found joy in little things. Cooking dinner together. Planning trips. Holding hands in public without worry. Talking openly about the fear and anger that had consumed us in those first 2 months of marriage. Every challenge strengthened us. Every memory we created was a reminder that our life was ours alone. The anniversary that meant everything. On our first anniversary, we stayed home. No big party, no dramatic gesture. Just the two of us, sitting in our tiny kitchen, drinking cheap wine and laughing about how terrified we had been of losing each other to someone else. I looked at him and realized something important. Love isn't perfect. It isn't easy. It isn't about grand moments or public displays. It's about choosing someone every day, even when the world is trying to confuse you, test you, or tear you apart. We had survived her manipulations, the doubt, the fear. And somehow, surviving it made us stronger, more connected than ever. The lesson learned. I married my childhood crush thinking love was about happiness and perfection. I learned it's about survival. It's about standing side by side when someone outside your life tries to break you. It's about trust, communication, and remembering that your life together is stronger than any fake image or lie. We learned to protect our marriage without letting fear dominate us. We learned that the past, her attempts to disrupt our happiness, didn't have power unless we gave it to her. And we learned that real love is about choice. Every day, choosing each other, again and again. Looking back. Sometimes I think about the message, the photo, the fear. It could have ruined us. It could have planted doubt that we'd never recover from. But we didn't let it. Instead, it taught us resilience. It taught us trust. It taught us that no one, no ex, no social media troll, no outside force, can control the life you build with the person who truly loves you. And that, more than anything, is the victory. Closing thought. 2 months after the wedding, someone tried to shake the foundation of our marriage with lies and manipulation. But our choice to trust, our commitment to each other, and the life we built together was stronger than any lie. Because love isn't about never facing challenges. It's about standing together when challenges arrive. And standing together, that's exactly what we did.